Hello, hello. Well, we're on day 16 today. Well, I'm opening day 16 today. You lot are way past day 16. I am still pondering over these mushrooms from the last video. This is a little mushroom toadstool. What you want to call this is a little mushroom I made months ago from something. I was making a little woodland bird. I saw a little, it was a tiny little bird, and I wanted a little mushroom to go on. The bird was okay. He wasn't the best. He was cute, and I was trying to make this little bird, and I wanted a little mushroom to go next to him, and I never actually finished it. But I was trying hard. But this was the little mushroom I did, and oh hello. And then when we were doing these, I kept thinking of this little guy, this little dude, and I've not looked at anybody. I've not looked at the forward videos of Philippa's, and I've not looked on any groups or any, so I don't know what anybody else has done for their mushrooms. And I kept thinking about this little mushroom, and I kept thinking, if I did, because Philippa says we're going to sort of put these on and sort of felt round the sides a little bit, sort of flatten them and sort of felt to attach them like this. And I kept thinking, as I have no idea what the rest of the wreath's going to look like, if I did mine like this, how on earth would I attach? And I kept thinking, if I made it with like a pipe cleaner inside, I don't know how I would attach that either. Or wire it would just, I don't know whether it would just come off the, I don't know. But I kept thinking, I kind of like this little dude. And obviously my little guys are bigger than they're supposed to be. So is it better than I mean, I could make them a little bit bigger than this, but is it better to have them? I don't know. Are they all going to be, is the wreath all going to be flat when stood up? So would they look funny stuck out, or could I put them on the inside? Not knowing what the end result's going to be, I don't know. But I kind of like him fully 3D. But then if he was 3D, I couldn't lie him flat. Would he look funny at an angle? Or could I have him, if I wired him, could he poke out? I don't know. Tell me what you think. Obviously I don't know. I don't want to know what other people have done. Or I do. I'd like ideas, but I don't want to copy other people, if you get what I mean. I like to have my own ideas. I don't want sort of, I don't like to copy people. I love the fact that I'm sort of doing what Philippa's, but I liked this little, I made him up myself. In the first place, I sort of just, I mean, there's millions of mushrooms that people have done, but I just sort of didn't copy a tutorial or anything. I just stuck the head of a mushroom on a stalk. So it's not very fancy. I just thought it was cute. It's not properly done, look. It's not got the underneath and stuff like Philippa's fancy toadstools. It's just stuck on. But I kind of liked it. But so now I don't know. Perhaps I'll do a couple of each, and then I just don't know how I would attach it. I did think about wire, but then if I stuck the wire in, how would I get the wire to stick in the wreath without sort of popping out? I'm undecided. Anyway, any ideas that you could, think of that I could attach it into the wreath, or perhaps you think it wouldn't work, would be greatly received. Anyway, I just thought, it's a bit of a ramble, but I just thought I would ask you. Thanks for that. Right, let's go on with opening number 16. I'll zoom you out a little bit. And there we go. And I am surrounded now. I'm trying to keep things tidy, but I'm surrounded by wool of every colour. I mean, it's beautiful. I love it, but it's very difficult to keep. And I now know what we're going to make today, and I'm super excited because this, along with the fox, is one of my absolutely favourite animals. And if my son was here, I'll have to show him later because he would be super excited. They asked him at his school one day, and I had tears in my eyes when he told me when he got home. It doesn't mix school and home, so he had a hard time, like they didn't doing homework because home and school are very, very separate. But he actually couldn't wait to tell me this, and they asked them what they would do if they were Prime Minister for the day, and he said he would get the dinosaurs to come back and eat all the criminals and the bad people, which I said, I think that's amazing, son. And then he would make me queen of these animals, and then I could go into the forest and live with them for the day because he knew how much I loved them. And I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was absolutely beautiful, and he said that I could live in the forest, in the trees with them for the day because he knew how much I loved them. So that really touched me, and the fact that he thought about the dinosaurs to eat the bad people and to make me queen. That was amazing. So yeah, so I'm going to get on and follow Philippa's tutorial, and we'll have a look to see how big or small I can make this one and how I get on. Let's have a go. Okay, so I've put the nose on. I've put a pin in the centre so I don't hit it with my needles to say where they've started to the flat side, but I don't know. I think my nose is too long, so that's making me feel like this one looks a bit like a cow. But I think my nose is too long. I think once I put the nose detail on, but I wish I'd done it a bit shorter. But perhaps when I get it's just going to be a long nosed. Never mind. My proportions aren't the best, we know that. It's just bigger than they're supposed to be. But I think it is a bit long faced, so I'm not quite sure how to combat that. But yeah, it's this bit. I'm making a cow. We'll keep going. Bet nobody else has got a cow on there either. Okay. Well, is it squirrel-like? The nose is still a little bit long. The ears, it looks a bit better now I've got the ears on, but it's still a bit, it's just a long-nosed squirrel. You know by now my proportions aren't always there, but we're going to put this little fluff on now. I'm just watching Philippa's video, and she's just, which I'm highly honoured, she's just mentioned me that she's been watching my videos, and I do like to leave my fluff, my neck fluff, long. I just like it. I love the way she finishes off the neck with this, and I just love to comb it long. It's pretty. So let's put this on and see if my squirrel looks like a squirrel. Let's keep going. There it is. All nice and long. I'm not sure if I want it quite that long, but it's all nice. I love it when it tapers into the centre. And I'm just gonna, Philippa's got this lovely way that she blends. Now I know most of you who watch me watch Philippa as well, but there's a few of you that don't. And all these designs are Philippa's. I've put it in every video. These are not tutorials. These are not my designs. These are Philippa's. If you have any questions, please go to Felts by Philippa. She is absolutely fantastic teacher. I would not have been able to do any of these without Philippa's. Oh, I've put some shade in there, I don't want to go for that. Without these tutorials. I have learned so much from doing this advent calendar. I am so grateful for this experience. Yes, you know, you have to pay for it, but it's like any tutorial, any kit that you buy, you get what you pay for. This has been absolutely fantastic, and I know that I'm way behind everybody else, but I am absolutely loving the experience. The knowledge and experience you get from doing something like this is absolutely fantastic. I want to be really careful here because I've put some shading and I don't want to go over it. But it's been challenging, as I have a giant hair. Everything's like a mouse, a long-nosed, but they are mine. I have watched they're not my designs, as I said, but I have created them. I have watched the tutorials and I have made them, and I am very proud of them. And I have learnt something from every single one that I have, made, every single tutorial that I have watched, every time I've watched Philippa and done one and followed the tutorial, I've learnt something new. Whether it be about proportions, whether it be about eyes. I have never made eyes before these tutorials, and they're not perfect, but I am absolutely thrilled with now being able to make eyes. I'd never made an eyelid. Now I've picked up so many tips and hints. Right, just neaten that up. The ears. I've never made ears this way before. I've always sort of folded them over, and the way that the things you learn, and also by repetitively doing, sort of making the heads in a similar fashion, compounds what you've learned, and you learn something new from every single one. So this has been an amazing experience. I still think it's a very long nose. Mine's a hybrid. My son would be so impressed by that. He loves dinosaurs, and he does Jurassic World on the computer, and he's fascinated by all the hybrids they come out with. So the fact that I'm going to tell him I've got a hybrid squirrel, he'll love it. Right, what do we think of that? This join could be a bit neater in here. My little squirrel. My little hybrid. And we are done. Well, I have had a little bit of a tidy up of him. I have changed proportions again. You know what I'm like. I'm always having a little bit of a mess. So, I wasn't happy entirely, as I never am, because I get my proportions all wrong. These blocks are great. They're firmer than my sponge. I much prefer this black sponge to my squash. This is great for when I need squish, but this is much firmer. I like this. So I've made the nose a little bit thinner. I think that's what was really bothering me. The nose is too long. I appreciate my nose. My squirrel it's not quite squirrel. I think it's turning into a fox squirrel. I've had mouse creatures, and now I have a fox-like squirrel. So I am learning so much from this advent calendar. I'm learning a lot about proportions. So my nose is a bit too long, and at the bridge of my nose was wrong. So I've changed the profile of the bridge, and my nose was too fat. It had sort of more like a reindeer kind of nose. So I've brought my nose in. My nose is much thinner, and it's sort of got that sort of narrow profile now, which I think looks much more squirrel-like. I can't change the fat unless I go and squish it, which I'm not really sure how to sort of crush it. I have made it sort of by felting, sort of that way. I have made it a little bit shorter, but I can't, I can't sort of squish it down much more. So I have made it sort of more petite, and I have felted down the back, because this I found was too rounded. So I have brought the back in. That helped, and I've repositioned the ears. So the ears are a little bit tall, although I have had a look, and some squirrels have taller ears than others, but I still think my ears are a little bit tall. So I've brought them in and made them stand, the profile sort of stand up a little bit better, a little bit more squirrel-like. So I think on the whole, it does look a little bit more squirrel than it did when you last saw it a few seconds ago. I have left this long as I love to, but adding the fluff has helped the face fill out a little bit and not look so long, so I think that's helped as well. A lovely subscriber gave me a tip about sort of putting the pins, as I do put pins in to have a look, but then standing back and having a look from all angles when you put your ears on, putting pins in, having a look back. And I did that, and I did feel that helped me with the ears positioning. So thank you very much for that. And it's, yeah, so I'm learning something from every animal, which I think is absolutely fantastic. I have so enjoyed doing this calendar. I've learned so much. I'm still learning, and I will go back and keep learning. So I've loved it. It's great. And it's not quite squirrel, but he's nearly squirrel. And I love him. So there we go. That's day 16. We are slowly getting there. So I will see you back. Hope you enjoyed my almost squirrel. And I'll see you for day 17. Take care. Bye. Hello, hello. We are on day 17. It feels like we're finally getting somewhere. It's fine. I'm not stressing. It's fine. So day 17. Sorry about the crinkle. This looks, I've had a watch of the video and I am so impressed. This is, I love, oh, just look at the colours, just look. This is, if I can, oh, how do I get in? I want to get in without pulling it apart. Oh my goodness, I hope the camera is picking up how pretty this, can you believe this? I wish you could feel how soft this is. This is an art bat. Can you believe how? Look, just look at the fluff. And this is by Fibre Arts on Etsy. Now, can you see that? Without my lights. This lady can do everything I can't. She can knit, crochet, she does, I've just got my iPad in front of me because Philippa was just telling, just watching, and she tells us that she makes these absolutely beautiful bats, but she does lots of other stuff. She's on Instagram as well, and she has these amazing, she does nano felting, which I've not heard of, but apparently it's wet felting on like fabrics and stuff, and she can do the most beautiful rolags and basically anything. Sounds like she can do anything with wool. Hand carded art bats, rolags and handmade accessories, it says on here. But she's just amazing. Now, you know that I can't crochet. I have been trying and trying to learn, and I am in awe of anybody that can make wool. This is what started me off on my needle felting journey. I'm in awe of anybody that can make wool do all of those knitting and crochet things and all that, because, well, it just doesn't do it for me. And it is absolutely beautiful, and on Philippa's video she shows us all these amazing colourways and things that she's made. She is amazing, and this is just beautiful, and the colour combinations she comes up with are just stunning. So I have no idea what we're going to make with this, whether we're going to be using this or what we're going to be doing. Philippa says we're going to need it further along. Now, for you who have done your wreath, you'll know, so don't tell me, because I don't know, but it is beautiful, and I'm intrigued for what this is going to be for, but it is stunning. So that's day 17, and that's gorgeous. I'm going to go on and have a look on her Etsy, and I'll see you. I'm going to open day 18 in a second, and we'll see what's there. Number 18. So this is the last one we're going to do in this video. So number 18. Oh, look at these. Look at these. How pretty. I'll write the Philippa has said their names. I will put them on the screen. Look, I do hope the camera's picking them up. Look how pretty these are. And these, Philippa says, are for us. They're for our stash. So, and she's given us some ideas of things we can do with them. We can felt with them. We can wet felt with them. And I think I know this, definitely. I think I've got an idea of what I would like to do with this. But they are absolutely beautiful. So thank you ever so much, Philippa. Those are stunning, and something that when you're like me, just starting out, you don't have the extra money, and you don't have the sort of, you know, the you don't sort of think about buying extra things like this. So that is a gem. That is something I wouldn't have thought of, but now that's something really special that I can have ideas with. I can make something now that I wouldn't have been able to make before. So that's something really special. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'll get on and edit this video for you. Hopefully it'll be up soon and we can move forward. Take care, and I hope you enjoyed the video today. See you soon. Bye bye.